Hello and welcome. My name is Kia and I would love to tell you a story. This is a story about two siblings named Liam and Lily, and then about one or two hogodiles. But first, I want you to lie down comfortable. Lie down and get really comfortable so you can listen carefully to the story I'm going to tell you without having anything distracting you. Now, slowly take a few deep breaths. Exactly. That's good. And now, slowly close your eyes. Let your body become soft and relaxed. Just as relaxed as you can be when you feel completely safe and calm. Are you ready? Good. Now I can start to tell you the story. Once upon a time, there was a boy called Liam who also had a little sister called Lily. He was a prince and she was a princess. And it could well be that you heard a story about them before. Liam actually used to be a dragon. As a child, he was abducted by a dragon and was himself transformed into one. He had lived as a dragon for many years until his sister Lily found a way to reverse the transformation, so Liam could return to being a boy and a prince again. They lived in a large and stately castle set in a beautiful valley, with a large forest just nearby. The view from the castle was something very special. They could see far away into the distance. In front of them were soft grassy hills, meadows with colorful flowers, bushes and trees, and far away in the distance they could see mountains. Can you picture the castle and the mountains? Are you still lying comfortable? Good. Take another deep breath and continue to breathe slowly. And just let your body relax. Just a little bit more. Just let your body become heavy, warm, and super cozy. Good. Then we'll continue. As I said, next to the castle is a forest, an old beautiful forest. In the forest there lived many animals who were friends of the prince and princess. They had many friends among the animals who always visited the castle. The children loved it when the animals come by. They would give them apples, carrots and hay to eat, water to drink, a lot of pats, cuddles and love. And they also liked to ride out into the forest on their horses. In the forest, they always felt safe and at home. In addition to animals such as deer, elks, foxes, wolves, badgers, rabbits and hares, mice and birds, snakes and lizards, there also lived fairies, pixies and trolls. In the forest and valley where they all lived, there was no fighting, no hurtful words or arguing. Being that they were all such good friends, everyone helped each other. There was no division or class distinction. Everyone shared the thing that they were good at. The owl was wise, the fox was cunning, the moose was strong, the wolf was a leader, and the mouse had the ability to squeeze in everywhere. Everyone had a specific role in the community, and they were all equally valuable to the forest and to each other's survival. The forest and the valley were indeed a wonderful and magical place to live. The kids loved the forest and they loved everybody who lived there. One day, as Liam and Lily was playing with the mischievous little baby hogodiles, some knights rode past them, saying that they had seen a lone hogodile in a lake deep in the forest. The baby hogodile's dad, Manfred, had only one wish, and that was to find the hogodile mother who had disappeared when their hoglets, who were twins, were newly hatched. Now, the thing with Liam was that since he had once been a dragon, he could choose to transform himself back into a dragon whenever he wanted. Sure, he preferred to be a boy, but sometimes it was useful to have the ability to turn into a dragon as well, such as on this day. When the children heard about a hogodile all alone deep in the forest, they didn't hesitate for a second. They were going on a rescue mission to see if the hogodile was indeed the missing mother that Manfred longed for. Liam and Lily ran up to the castle to collect a packed lunch to bring on their trip. They would also bring some fairies with them to serve as protection for them as they journeyed through the forest. Even though Liam was a brave and strong dragon, it was always clever to have fairies close by. Fairies were magical creatures, and their fairy dust could make anyone happy, and if anyone had mean thoughts, fairy dust would take those thoughts away. Everyone was in a good mood and was feeling a bit excited. Lily sat on Dragon Liam's back, and the fairies, who were all full of energy, flew all around them. The day went well. Everything went smoothly, without any problems. They landed and ate when they got hungry. They were not stressed about finding their way to the lake, because they had a rough idea of where the lake was, so they knew in which direction they should fly. When it started to get dark, they camped down for the night. Liam transformed himself back into a boy, and the children settled down comfortable among the soft moss and leaves, huddling closer together in order to keep warm. The fairies fell asleep as soon as they could find a good place to rest. Liam and Lily lay there among the soft moss, looking up at the moon and starry sky. It was so beautiful that it took their breath away. Can you see the starry sky? Both of them could feel their breaths getting deeper and slower, and their eyelids were getting heavier and heavier. They both felt very lucky to have such a fine friends among the animals, and to be able to help Manfred the hogodile to fulfill his greatest wish. Their breathing became slower and slower, and it didn't take long before they slept deeply, peacefully and securely under the stars. The next morning, Lily was the first to wake up with the noise of fairies buzzing around her, chasing each other because they were playing Catch Me If You Can. They are all mischievous rascals, she thought, laughing to herself. She joined in with the game and played along with the fairies. Their laughter sounded a little bit like bells, and this, mixed in with Lily's laughter, soon woke Liam up too. Liam looked at Lily and the fairies, and with a big smile on his face, he just couldn't resist playing along with them. They all ran around the woods, laughing loudly, as they tried to catch each other. After playing for a while, they ate some of the food, and once again Liam turned himself into a dragon. Lily climbed onto his back and they took off together, flying high up in the blue sky, further and deeper over the forest. It didn't take long before they could see the lake, being that they were so high up. They landed carefully next to the lake. The fairies flew all around them, crisscrossing backwards and forwards. They couldn't help but play and chase each other. After all, they were fairies, and it was in their nature to be playful. The children split up and started walking around the lake from either side. It was Lily who first caught sight of the hogodile. It was perched on a boulder in the middle of the beach, enjoying the sunshine. Lily approached the hogodile with great caution and nervously said "Hi" to her. The hogodile opened her eyes and looked at Lily while smiling. Liam had noticed that Lily had found the hogodile, so he came running towards them. Lily and Liam introduced themselves and told her why they were there, and the hogodile introduced herself as Sonia, and she confirmed that she was the missing mother that Manfred was looking for, and she was very happy that they had finally found her. She had been out in the woods one day looking for a magical flower that legend says gives newborns a long and happy life, which was exactly what she wanted to give her newly hatched hoglets. On her way, she had gotten lost and wasn't able to find her way back home. She had actually ended up wandering further away. She admitted that her sense of direction wasn't the best, so she just decided to wait by the lake, knowing that someone would find her soon. She had never imagined that it would take so long. The fairies were also very happy because their mission had been successful, and soon they were all on their way back to the castle. Sonia also had to climb onto the back of Liam the dragon, though she preferred to keep her eyes closed all the time because she was a little bit afraid of heights. They chose to fly all the way home on the same day, instead of stopping to eat or to sleep over anywhere. Liam flew as fast as he could, and just before the sun went down, they landed safely beside the moat, right next to the castle. Tears of happiness ran down the faces of Manfred, the hogodile hoglets, and Mummy Sonia. In fact, they all start crying with happiness, even Liam and Lily and the fairies. The king and queen had also arrived, curious about all the commotion that was going on there by the moat, and when they saw that Sonia had safely returned, they decided to throw a big party for her. Everyone ate food and treats until it felt like their stomachs were almost bursting. And they played games and danced around until their legs couldn't carry them anymore. Then they all, even the king and queen, lay down together in the grass. While holding hands, they expressed just how happy they felt to have each other, especially as they were all such great friends. It didn't take too long before yawns and light snores could be heard everywhere. The night was warm, and the sky was full of stars. Liam and Lily tried their very best to stay awake, but in the end, sleep overpowered them. They yawned and breathed with deep and slow breaths. And soon they slept safely and soundly, with each of them having a big smile on their face, happy about how they had been able to help the hogodile family to be reunited. The hogodiles were also sleeping soundly, cuddled up closely to one another. Sleep tight,